Happy Tuesday, everyone. How are you? Today has just been a really good day, good morning for me. Even though we started out late, but we got it together. And so I'm just thankful because, y'all, this year for me, I could actually say that I have been very consistent and disciplined in the things I said I would do and will continue to do. But I've been showing up for me. I've been in my word. I've been journaling. I've been in communities. I've been making sure I make it to all the Zoom calls and things of that nature. But I'm just really, really, really proud of myself for that. But I was talking with God today, and this thing around comparison came up, which is, it didn't come out of anywhere. I've been learning about it. Things have been coming up in the different communities and things that I'm involved in, and comparison has been a big thing. And so I know it's something like we all go through. But for me, it started out when I was very young. And I can even remember like 6, 7. And I'm looking at my siblings, my sisters and brothers and my nieces. And I'm like, man, they have all this talent. Like, they can sing, they can dance. My sisters are really smart in school. I feel like I had to work really hard. And I just always found myself comparing myself. And as many children lived in our home growing up, I felt like a loner. I felt like I was just so different from everybody else. And I never said anything. I never vocalized it. It was something I always thought and internalized. And so that was something I carried into my adulthood, into my marriage. And I was just talking to God like, Lord, why didn't you help me with that? I did. I was like, why didn't you help me to get over that? But then I just started to think like, man, what would have been different about my life if I did speak what was true? And then I even remember just certain things. Like once I was married, like we would come together with other couples and we would have these things called game nights. And I would be like looking at them and I would be thinking like, oh my God, they communicate so well and they get along so well. And we are just opposite of that. Like, why is it we can't be like them and we can't show up like them? Like, these are things that would play in my mind, and I never said anything about it. I never approached anybody or like, hey, what do you think about this? Or could you help me? But it was comparison that was running in my head in the background. And I know that it was the feeling of, I already feel like a loner, I already feel different from everybody, but I don't now want to voice that. And now they see it because I said it, right? And so I felt like an imposter, right? Like, oh, I'm here, I'm laughing with everybody, but I don't even know how to communicate. You know, it's hard for me to talk to my husband. What do I say? How do I say it? All I knew is if something wasn't right, then I'm barking, right? I'm yelling. I'm not talking in love. I'm not doing it kindly. It's just what I knew, so that's what I did. But the point I'm making is, I know I'm not the only one who's been there. I know I'm not the only one who internalized things that's going on, but don't give voice to it. And so I'm talking, literally discussing this with God, just like I'm saying it to you guys. I'm saying it to him, and I'm like, Lord, like, what is that? Why do we do that? Why do we keep this stuff in? And I know a big part of that is like we feel shameful. We don't want to be pointed out. We don't want to be separate from the group. Although for me, I already felt separate. I already felt isolated, but I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to be that light shone on me like, oh, that's what's wrong with her. And, you know, and I really thought, oh, these people would judge me. I mean, and I know different now, but then I thought, oh, they're going to judge me. They're going to think I'm weird or whatever the case. And so I was just like, Lord, my thought though, as I said earlier, is what would my life have what would it look like? What would it have been different had I gave voice to it? And in speaking with a friend, they were just like, girl, I wish you would have said something, because I was internalizing like this. Like, I felt like y'all was killing it and y'all were doing X, Y, and Z. And I was like, that is so crazy how we have this picture of perfect for everybody else but our own situation. How we look and view at other people's lives and think, oh, they got it going on. But for us, it's raggedy. It ain't working. And if we only gave voice to those things that were not perfect, that were off, that were hurtful, that were comparison or made us envious or feel a certain type of way, the relief that would have been there, the support that would have been there, the camaraderie, the being able to plan and pray over one another and look for a solution together, it could have been different. It could have been. But I'm not hooked on that part of what it should have been. I'm thankful for where I am now and what God has taught me and the openness that's in my heart now. But what I know about then, or what I know to be true now, is what was true then. It was simply a lie. It was a lie that I internalized and kept internalizing, playing it over and over in my mind. I'm not good enough. I don't fit in. I am an outcast. My hair is not as long as hers. I can't dance like she dances. I'm not as smart as my sisters. I don't speak well. Like these were all lies that I was telling myself at a young age. And all I was thinking is, wow, the enemy does know how to play on our minds, and he does hook you while you're young, because you think about it, kids, they believe whatever you tell them. And although nobody actually told it to me, I internalized it by the things that I saw, but I believed it to be true. So I carried it from a 7-year-old little girl to now. And God is slowly peeling back the layers off of my eyes and revealing and showing me who I truly am. And I'm thankful for it now. And I'm thankful for the community I have. And I'm thankful for the openness and vulnerability and transparency that he has allowed me to have, and to just be comfortable in saying, I have a heart issue. I feel jealous, right? Like, this feels like jealousy right here. This feels like comparison. Like, girl, I'm comparing myself. Like, have you ever had this? Like, even if I don't want to say it outright, like, even questioning, like, have you ever had this? Because I feel like I have that, and I want to give voice to it, because I don't like the way that feels. I don't want to be like this. And so I'm saying all of this because if you are somebody that's going through that, and you're looking at the people that are around you that God has blessed you to be in community with, and you think, oh, their life is bomb and your life is trash, for sure, take it to God in prayer and ask him to show you what is true, because he will. But he gave you community for a reason. So ask him, hey, who can I open up to? Who can I be vulnerable with? Who has shown me that I can be safe with them? And begin to ask them questions, and because you need to pull out those lies and those things you have been internalizing. They need to come to the forefront. They need to be talked about. And if you don't have nobody, find a therapist, right? Get you some good counsel, wise counsel at that. But those people that God has gifted you with, be vulnerable enough to say, I think I'm feeling jealousy and I need to talk. Can we talk about this? Or there's comparison that's been coming up. Girl, have you ever been through that? Give voice to it, because when I tell you, I have been so free in the things I'm able to say and share. And it's such a weight off of me, and I'm not carrying anymore. I'm free to just be myself and live in my true identity or authenticity. I'm jacking the word up. But to live authentically as me, it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing. But I just wanted to share that because I know I'm not the only one. Like, I know I'm not. And even now, I still have issues with communication. But you know what? I give it to God, and I find my community. I find those that I know that I feel may be better at that, and say, hey, what do you do in this case? Or what's the best approach for me to take concerning this? Because I'm feeling a little timid and I just don't know what to do. So don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to ask, especially if they're trustworthy people and they've always given you wise counsel. Be okay with opening up, saying the thing, because you need help. And God has blessed you with people around you to help you. Utilize your community. Okay, I'm talked enough. Take it. I hope it helps somebody. Chat with you guys later. Peace.